script for signing ceremony, I took the liberty to sort of add the MC script a bit to elaborate further, give the MC a bit more of a chance to talk than we normally would at CAU. Oh.
5, 4.
His Excellency Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, President of Indonesia, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Abdullah Haji Ahmad Badawi, Prime Minister of Malaysia, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Sri Muhammad Hassan Marikan, President and CEO of PETRONAS, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of PETRONAS, I would like to wish everyone a good afternoon and a warm welcome to the 12th Asian Oil and Gas Conference here at the new and prestigious KLCC Convention Center. Understanding that we have delegates from all across the world today, representing a myriad of producing and consuming oil and gas nations, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our conference this year, aptly themed Sustainability, the Need for New, Clean Technologies as a way of making the global energy system more socially and environmentally friendly. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Sri Muhammad Hassan Marikan, President and CEO of PETRONAS, to deliver the welcoming speech for this year's AOGC conference. Yang Berbahagia, can you please come forward to the rostrum? Thank you, Tan Sri, for your insightful, welcoming remarks. And now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I introduce to you Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Abdullah Haji Ahmad Badawi, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, to deliver his keynote address. Yang Berhormat, the rostrum is all yours. Thank you, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Abdullah Haji Ahmad Badawi, Prime Minister of Malaysia, for elaborating further on the significance of the theme for our conference this year. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may just bring to your attention, following the success of our previous conferences, we hope all of you will do your bit to ensure that this year's event will also turn out well, and we encourage you to productively exchange your thoughts and ideas on how to develop and sustain new clean technologies throughout this conference. On that note, and without further ado, please allow me to introduce and welcome His Excellency Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, President of Indonesia, who will speak about the challenges facing the oil and gas industry in Indonesia and the need for greater collaboration between its neighbors. Your Excellency. Thank you, Your Excellency. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are now reaching the end of our program for today. But before we conclude, I would like to invite all of you to our press conference outside, which will then be preceded by a brief photography session, and lastly, our refreshment break. At this point, I would like to sign off, but before parting, I hope all of you will enjoy the remainder of our program for today, as well as the duration of the conference. Last but not least, on behalf of PETRONAS, thank you for your attention, and see you again next year. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Before we commence, could you please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode, as we have quite a lengthy program for today and would not like any interruptions. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Petronas, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to the launching of the 2006 Petronas Nusantara Expedition. In kicking off this momentous event today, I would like to invite Professor Dato Dr. Haji Fazila Muhammad Kamsa to recite the Doa Slamat to seek the Lord's blessings for a safe and successful launch. Professor? Thank you, Professor. Now, and without further ado, please welcome Encik Ismail Abdul Rahman, Petronas Country Manager for Indonesia and the co-organizer for today's momentous event, for his opening remarks. Encik Ismail? Thank you, Encik Ismail, for your enlightening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may just take a bit of your time now, for those of you who may not be that familiar with the trail of our expedition, to explain it to you in a nutshell, the trail basically flags off from the city of Bintulu, Sarawak, and ends in Banda Aceh, Indonesia, covering some 10,000 kilometers of off-road track and absorbing some of the most breathtaking views that both Malaysia and Indonesia have to offer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you Yang Berbahagia, Tan Sri Datuk Sri Hassan Marikan, President and CEO of Petronas, to deliver his speech that will explain the rationale for this adventure and the need for participants to put their endurance to the test. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri. Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri. Ladies and gentlemen, please now welcome Yang Berbahagia Dato Amar Joseph Ana Ungit, General Manager for Petronas Sarawak and the leader of our expedition this year, for his speech. Yang Berbahagia Dato. Thank you, Yang Berbahagia, for pledging the highest standards of professionalism by the team. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now reaching the end of our program for today, but before we conclude, I would like to invite the 100 participants of our expedition to sing the Petronas song to officially flag off the expedition. Participants? Folks, that's about it for